Right. Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're going to break down Liverpool's huge GE win over Manchester City. We're talking a 2-0 victory at Anfield. It was an absolute domination, and we really want to understand what this win means.
Yeah.
What it tells us about the rest of the season, the individual performances, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
To help us do that, we're going to be looking at the match report and player ratings from This Is Anfield, which is a fantastic Liverpool fan site. Obviously going to be a pro-Liverpool perspective, but that's all right. We can handle that. Keep it critical. Think alongside us. But let's jump right in. 2-0 at home against Manchester City, 11 points clear at the top of the table.
Wow.
Let that sink in for a second. Gakpo opened the scoring in the 12th minute. Salah sealed the deal with a goal in the 78th. But this is about way more than just the goals. It's about how they completely dismantled City.
Yeah, I mean, you start to look at the standout players and how they performed, and it is incredible. Virgil van Dijk at the back was just phenomenal. I mean, a near perfect rating, especially when you think about who he was up against, Erling Haaland.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's no easy feat.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
He was everywhere, did have a couple of misheaders, a late mistake, but Kelleher bailed him out with a great save.
Yeah, I mean, but come on, he's allowed a mistake or two.
Oh, yeah,
He's
absolutely.
human after all.
He's human.
Right.
Yeah,
But, I mean, it's just such a commanding performance.
it was.
Really shut down City's attack. And, speaking of impressive performances, can we talk about Gravenberch for a second?
Yes.
What a footballer this guy is. Everything looked so effortless.
Yeah.
And they were highlighting in the report his pressing was relentless.
Yeah. That
Which
was
is, not always the flashiest thing, but so important.
absolutely crucial to disrupting City's rhythm. For people who might not be totally familiar with what pressing is all about, it's that aggressive pursuit to win the ball back immediately after losing it. And a lot of times it's happening really high up the pitch. And Gravenberch was doing that to City's backline, forcing those rushed clearances, really disrupting their build-up play, creating all sorts of opportunities for Liverpool.
I mean, it was really a revelation watching him. I have to admit, I was a little bit surprised to see him start over somebody like Curtis Jones.
Yeah, that was a really interesting tactical decision by Arne Slot, but it really shows you just how tactically aware he is. Recognizing that City's midfield, while they're experienced, they are starting to show their age a little bit, and Slot really exploited that by starting Choupo-Moting. The pace, the passing, really unlocked those gaps, especially in that first half.
I mean, and you can't argue with the results. They dominated that first half. And even when they had to get a little bit more defensive in the second, they were organized, disciplined. They were practically impenetrable.
Yeah, it was masterclass. Disciplined positioning, quick reactions, closing down space, and really forcing City into those low percentage shots.
It's almost like Slot had Guardiola's playbook figured out.
Yeah.
And speaking of Slot, can we give the man a round of applause? A perfect 10 rating
Absolutely deserves it.
for his tactical brilliance in this match.
Yeah, how he set up the team, the substitutions he made, just his ability to adapt to the flow of the game, it was top-notch.
Yeah, I mean, that decision to start Szoboszlai over Jones, a bit of a gamble, but paid off spectacularly.
And so Szoboszlai brought that attacking spark. McAllister really controlling the tempo with his passing. And then you have Gravenberch with all that energy disrupting City. It was that balance in midfield that was key to Liverpool's dominance. And of course, you can't talk about this match without mentioning Mohamed Salah. Another goal, another assist for the Egyptian king.
Yeah, he was just tormenting Ake all game long. Although, gotta say, that missed sitter early on, maybe not quite ready to claim best in the world just yet.
Yeah, I mean, while Salah was brilliant, it does show that even he has room for improvement.
Absolutely. If they want to be truly unstoppable, he's got to be clinical in those big moments.
Yeah, those fine margins. That's what separates the good from the great.
Exactly. But, even with the missed chance, his impact on the game was undeniable. The movement, drawing defenders, creating space for his teammates. And speaking of creating space, Trent Alexander-Arnold was back from injury, slotted right back into the lineup like he'd never left.
It's like he never left. That vision, that passing range, that assist for Gakpo's opening goal was classic Trent. Perfectly weighted cross, curved right into Gakpo's path. Walker had no chance.
I mean, just pure class. And Gakpo, what a signing he's been. Crucial goal against a tough opponent like City. And in the report, they were saying he was a constant threat throughout the match.
Yeah, Walker really had his hands full with them. And, even though Diaz wasn't as flashy as some of the others, his work rate, those attacking runs were so important in disrupting City's defense.
Yeah, it's testament to their depth, isn't it? That even players who aren't always the stars can come in and have a real impact.
Absolutely, that depth, combined with the tactical discipline and individual brilliance, that's what makes them such a formidable force.
Yeah, it's like they found this perfect balance. Yeah. Between attacking flair and defensive solidity. They can outscore you or they can grind out a result, whatever it takes to win.
That adaptability makes them so difficult to beat. Adjust their game plan depending on the opponent, depending on the situation.
Yeah. Which brings us back to that big question. Can anyone stop Liverpool this season? I mean, they look practically unbeatable right now.
Well, they've certainly set a high bar, that's for sure. And this win over City was a clear message to the rest of the league. But it is still early in the season.
Right, exactly. A long way to go. There will be challenges, injuries, unexpected twists and turns along the way. And, it's important to remember that this is just one perspective based on a single match report.
Right, exactly. We need to consider other viewpoints, analyze future matches as the season goes on.
Yeah, for sure. But for now, hard not to be impressed with what we've seen from Liverpool. Playing with confidence, purpose, and a level of tactical understanding that is just a joy to watch.
It really is. It's a testament to the work of Arne Slot.
Yeah.
And the incredible talent within this squad. They've created something special at Anfield. And it's going to be fascinating to see how they continue to evolve.
Absolutely.
It's like those tiny little details, that can make all the difference.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But even with the miss, Salah's impact on the game, undeniable.
Oh, absolutely. Just his movement, drawing defenders, creating space for his teammates. And speaking of creating space, Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah.
Back from injury.
Yeah.
Right back into the lineup like he never left.
Like he never left. That vision, the passing range, unbelievable. That assist for Gakpo's goal, classic Trent. Perfectly weighted ball, curved right into Gakpo's path. Walker didn't stand a chance.
Just pure class.
Yeah.
And Gakpo, what a signing he's been. Crucial goal, against a tough opponent like City. And they were saying in the report, it's a constant threat throughout the match.
Yeah, Walker definitely had his hands full trying to contain him. And, even Diaz, he wasn't as flashy as some of the other guys, but his work rate, those attacking runs, so important in disrupting City's defense.
Yeah, it really speaks to their depth, doesn't it? That even players who aren't, always the stars can come in and have a real impact.
Oh, absolutely. That depth combined with the tactical discipline, the individual brilliance, that's what makes them such a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, it's like they found this perfect balance, between attacking flair and defensive solidity. They can outscore you, they can grind out a result, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes to win.
Exactly.
And that adaptability, that's what makes them so difficult to beat. They can change their game plan, depending on the opponent, depending on the situation.
Absolutely. Which brings us back to that big question. Can anyone stop Liverpool this season? They look practically unbeatable right now.
Well, they've certainly set the bar high. And this win over City, it was a statement. But I've got to remember, it's a long season.
Right, exactly.
A long way to go.
A long way to go.
We're going to see challenges, injuries, unexpected twists and turns, and it's important to remember this is just one perspective based on a single match report.
Exactly. Got to keep that in mind.
We need to consider other viewpoints.
Yeah.
Analyze future matches as the season unfolds.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But for now, it's hard not to be impressed by what we've seen from Liverpool. They're playing with confidence, with purpose, and a level of tactical understanding that is just a joy to watch.
Oh, it really is. It's a testament to Arne Slot and the incredible talent within this squad. They've built something special at Anfield. And it's going to be fascinating to see how they continue to evolve.
Absolutely. For all of you out there listening, whether you're a diehard Red or you support another team, you got to admit, this was special.
It really was like a masterclass in how to take apart a top opponent. They had the individual brilliance, but also that collective tactical understanding. It was remarkable.
And for Liverpool fans, this must feel like a dream. 11 points clear at this stage of the season. Hard to imagine a better start.
It really validates, all the work they've been putting in on and off the pitch, from the manager's tactics to the players executing them. Everything seems to be clicking.
But as we said, long way to go. Anything can happen in football. So let's, put on our analyst hats for a second. What would it take for another team to challenge this Liverpool side? Is there a weakness, something a savvy manager could exploit?
That's the big question, isn't it? We've seen glimpses, right? Those missed chances, the occasional defensive lapse. but they always seem to find a way to recover, come out on top.
So the challenge for the rest of the league is not just to find those weaknesses, but to exploit them consistently.
For the full 90 minutes,
Exact.
it's not enough to have a good half or, capitalize on one or two mistakes. To really challenge Liverpool, you got to match their intensity, their discipline, that ability to adapt.
Yeah, a tall order for sure. But as Liverpool have shown us this season, anything is possible. This win over City, it was a statement. Not just contenders, they are the team to beat.
Absolutely, and that's what makes this season so exciting. You have this front runner playing at such a high level, but you also have all these other talented teams and managers hungry to knock them off.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, we'll leave you with this thought. Can anyone stop Liverpool's march toward the title? Or will they continue to dominate the Premier League?
We've shared our thoughts. Now it's your turn. Analyze the matches, the tactical battles, and let us know what you think.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. And until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, keep the conversation going.